Welcome to the Lebo Lion Show. I'm your host, Lebo Lion, known as the voice of marketing and your friend in all things marketing, brand building, and sometimes pop culture. Friends, we're on our third episode of our beautiful collaboration with McDonald's, focusing on everything friends and relationships and coming together under good times. Today's guests are actually a very cool sibling duo, which we haven't seen yet on the podcast. We're looking at friendships from another angle, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves, but you might have heard of their podcast, Sibling Thrivalry. Not rivalry, but thrivalry. Let's welcome them on to set. Come through.
Hey, Lebu.
We're actually clapping. There's clapping that's going on.
Thank you so much.
So you can just imagine the hype. That's where we are right now.
Enough, guys, enough.
Exactly. Guys, welcome. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming, Zuko. How are you feeling?
Ecstatic, happy to be here. Yeah, ready for it all, yeah.
Cool. So you guys obviously know we've partnered with McDonald's and they're running the Friends campaign. Have you guys seen Friends before? Are you familiar with the show?
I'm definitely familiar with the show.
I'm also familiar with the show.
Okay.
Yeah, it started in 1998, Talitha, right?
Okay.
And do you know how many seasons they've been?
10.
No, well done.
How do you know that?
A little thing called research.
Oh, wow. Okay, Sibling.
Yes, but I definitely used to watch Friends. I mean, I was young, but I used to watch it.
Religiously or?
I don't know if it was religious, hey? I don't know if because the thing is, my parents were the ones who were in charge of the remote and, yeah.
And you're an African family.
Yeah, so it wasn't on the top priority list, but I definitely caught some.
Zuko, who was your favorite character?
Ross, because I'm more like him.
Okay.
All right, he's smart, and that's kind of the role that I play. He's the big brother. He's the big brother as well.
Yeah.
And even though I'm born after Talitha, but being a male, I've always had that role of being big brother anyways. So
Always is a strong word, but okay.
Why were you shocked when he said, because I'm smart?
No, because I didn't know he thought of himself that way. I think he's smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which character would you be, Talitha, if you were?
Now, I've evolved over the years, but I'm definitely Phoebe.
Phoebe? Tell us why.
Because I'm quirky and unpredictable and creative and funny.
all true except the last one. Yeah. We'll take it, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you guys are siblings. You have very nice banter. How did you guys decide to start a podcast together? What was that? Have you always been friends?
We haven't always been friends. I think the friendship is only growing now that the podcast is there. So the whole thing started COVID times. We were home, bored, and we decided, hey, we need to get out at some point when they eventually opened the country. And then we went on holiday together. And when we went on holiday together, it was the first time we went on holiday together, just me and her. And we just realized that we've actually got so much to talk about. And we've got so many things in common. Shared traumas, things that we find funny, and a lot of other things. So we then decided, how about we just put this on camera? And that's just how it started. We had no idea that people would want to listen to our stories, but here we are, 3 years later now, and yeah, going strong.
What inspired the thrivalry word, sibling thrivalry? What does that even mean?
Well, it's not a real word, but with siblings, I think the rivalry is expected, but siblings can also thrive together. So just a play on both of those words, where it's like both of those things can live in the same space at the same time.
Okay, so let's explore this concept of thrivalry, right? McDonald's has launched this Friends box, and it's delicious. Have you tasted it?
Yes.
Delicious. What do you think are the best combinations in this box?
There's that sauce, right? It's I just don't remember
Marinara.
what that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That together with the chicken nuggets, guys, it's a winning combination.
Rivalry.
Yeah, it feels familiar.
Yeah.
So for me, that's definitely a winning combination.
Something that I like to do, which I haven't seen many people do, is to put some chips in the burger.
Huh.
and that's like a wholesome bite on its
That's
own.
thrivalry.
That's thrivalry.
McDonald's fries in a McDonald's burger.
In the burger, close the burger up with the fries inside. That's amazing.
Maybe we should also try it with the marinara and see what happens because it's still new.
Yeah.
When I tasted it, I thought it tasted like chakalaka. But like,
A
that's the
little
familiar
bit,
thing. I was
yes, for
tasting
sure.
chakalaka.
I think
know?
because I'd read it, then I went, oh, okay, I know what marinara sauce is.
Yes.
So therefore, let's go there. But yes, chakalaka for sure.
Let's go with the chakalaka marinara thing. Okay. Nuggets, chakalaka, it's not a good pairing. It doesn't make sense, right? It's a bit odd when you think about it.
I mean, it's chicken.
But with nuggets,
I'm not picky about food. So for me, anything that kind of tastes good, I like to kind of experiment with it. I quite enjoyed it. It also for me it tasted like tomato. Yeah, I was there. So so it definitely made sense. It made sense.
so on the idea of different pairings that you wouldn't expect, what is it about the two of you that makes you different that people wouldn't expect but that works?
We're so different. Just as human beings, just generally, our personalities are completely different, right? The fact that we get along is an absolute blessing because I don't know where the magic is in that.
Yeah.
But he's very sober-minded and like 1 + 1 is 2. And I'm like, 1 + 1 is a fairy with ice cream on top. Yeah. So I'm definitely way more of the head in the clouds kind of girl, and he's got his feet firmly planted on the ground. And I think that's something that not a lot of people know about us. Yeah, but it works.
100%. And I think that it also kind of plays on the law of opposites attract a little bit.
Yeah.
You'd always think that a person who's your complete opposite would frustrate you. But I think, and as we've kind of spoken about, it makes sense because you get to learn so much outside of the world that you live in.
For sure.
So that also is something that definitely made it work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm completely, I learn something new from him all the time. As much as he's younger, I'm always like, what? How do you know life stuff?
Because life stuff is hard.
This life stuff is hard, right?
The easiest to know.
So I'm like, I taught you everything you know. Now you know more stuff than I do, which is also a cool thing to witness as well.
So the McDonald's Friends concept was originally designed for millennials, right? To take us back to our childhoods. If you had to go back
we
to
millennials?
we're millennials.
Oh.
We are the target market.
What am I again? Okay.
We're millennials.
Cool.
If your younger selves had to see you two now, what would they be surprised to see?
I think that we're friends. We're becoming friends. I think growing up in a household, you just take for granted that this person will always be there, and then you interact with them with however it is that you interact with them, and you don't necessarily make a conscious effort to get to know them, and you maybe not intentional about, finding out what makes them tick or anything like that. And I think we grew up like that. We just grew up in the same household and we didn't have a choice, so we were just growing up. But I think our younger selves would definitely be surprised at the amount of effort we're putting into a friendship.
I think for me, little Zuko would be like, she actually wants to hang around with you. She actually
so
sees you, right? Because growing up, you're always like, Talitha, stay with the child. And you have this irritation now because she can't go out with her friends. We're racing to go and answer the phone. All her little boyfriends have to come through me, and so it gets a little bit. You start to feel like a little bit like an irritation. But now she'll call me and she'll be like, hey, when we're hanging out. So he'd definitely be surprised by all of that. He'd just be like, absolutely.
Oh my goodness. I love that for you guys.
Oh, well, I love it for him too. I mean, it's a little bit crazy, because you kind of get put in, as an older sibling, you kind of get put into the deputy parent role, You didn't apply for the job, No one told you today's your first day. It's just like happening to you. So I think, there might be like a little bit of resentment as a child on like, why do I have to take care of this person? Like, I didn't ask for them. I didn't sign up for this. And so it might be a little bit difficult, but then you grow out of it and you go, no, he's okay. he's not too bad as a person.
Not too bad. It's not.
With blushing. This is so cute. I wish people at home could like properly see. They're blushing at each other when they say nice things.
You always do this to me.
Whenever I say anything nice about him, he's just like, what? And I'm like,
Because little Zuko's still looking.
okay.
He's so excited.
Yeah, for sure.
I perceive Friends to be a legacy brand, the same way I see McDonald's. I think they're both legacy brands. You guys are cultivating a friendship right now, and I'm sure in your respective lives, you're building families, etc. What's the legacy you want to leave behind for the next generation in your family?
You.
For me, I'd definitely say we need to use the power of communication. I think we've been able to figure out so many things. We've been able to get over so many things that previously in the past would make us fight, and things that are just like, yeah, Talitha's just not a nice person. But us being able to speak to each other and be able to see from the other's perspective, that's really helped us. And I think it's something that we don't do often enough. This is how you made me feel. Oh, what was happening when you did this to me, etc., etc., etc. And then we end up not understanding each other. And then it turns into a rivalry. So for me, it's a legacy of openness, a legacy of vulnerability. If we could do that, it really leaves a lot of room for us to grow closer to each other and just as individuals as well. It's a massive learning curve and something that helps in personal development.
Yeah, I think for me, I definitely concur with what he said, but also just to add on top of it, I think as people in a family, we often take it so much for granted that it just works, you know? So I think just to add on that, intentionality as well with building actual relationships with the people that you haven't chosen to be in your life. I think a lot of the time we become real soldiers in being intentional about other relationships, like friendships and romantic relationships and whatever other kind of relationships you encounter, but we kind of take the family relationships for granted. So I think that from what we've been doing, I'd love for us to leave that behind, as in, if you want it to work in a intentional way, you have to intentionally work at it.
You have to intentionally work at it.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Honestly, like, this is such a heartwarming conversation. I haven't really done anything like this before, where you're sitting with two people who genuinely like each other and you can feel it. You can feel it on set. Yeah. It's really nice to be around. Yeah. I always keep talking about the fact that McDonald's tagline is "I'm loving it." I don't know how relevant it is these days. People don't really say "I'm loving it" as much as they used to, but for me in childhood, that was the thing, right? So I'm going to challenge both of you to think about, what do you love about Zuko, and Zuko, what do you love about Talitha?
Oh, Lebu lion.
Besides her hairline,
Yeah, he's totally obsessed with my hair. I wonder why. Okay, do you want to start?
Sure. So, and I think you mentioned it earlier, right? As to the kind of person that I am. And the kind of person that I am, very logic, head over heart, what are you talking about? But with you, it's really different. And that's what I love about you, how free you are when it comes to that, to being able to say, this is how I feel, and this is how I'm going to express myself based on how I feel. Leave the lines. What lines? You know what I mean? I really struggle with that, and I love that about you. It's something that I look at, and I'm just like, if only, you know? But I guess
we grew up in the same house. How did that happen?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And the fact that you're the black sheep also, kind of like to do your own thing. I don't care.
We need a new word. We need a new word for that, because I'm not comfortable with black
You're the
sheep
unicorn.
anymore. Yes,
You're the
unicorn. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that. Because I think way too much about what it is. What are the consequences? What does this mean? 1 + 1 is 1. So, or whatever, you know? But let's just do it, man. Love that about you. Love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be difficult.
Because there's so many things.
Yeah, because there's so many
long
things.
list.
Yeah, but I think Zuko's got like such a a big sense of family, right? With me, of course, but with everybody around him, right? If you creep into his heart, he will treat you like family. And if you're family, you're family. And so he'll go the extra mile. He'll do things that he doesn't want to do. And I really love that about him because it just shows his heart. It completely shows who he is. And I think that, I don't do as much as he does, but I absolutely love that about him, is that you get into his heart and it's a warm place to be in.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for sharing. I think we've done enough emotion for one day.
I think so too. I don't know if it's go there. Yeah.
So I'd like us to do a few rapid fire questions.
Sure.
Related to your McDonald's food experience, right? Okay. So I'm going to ask the question, you both get to answer, you'll decide who answers first.
Okay.
The first one is, what's your McDonald's order and does it ever change?
So I've always been happy with 2 junior cheeseburgers, medium meal.
Yes.
With now, most recently with Stony Zero, oh my gosh, nothing is better than that.
That's an OG order.
Yes, oh my gosh.
It's so good.
It's right.
Yeah.
It is an OG order. And it does change sometimes. I like more of the chicken stuff than anything else. So yes, that's mine.
Yeah. For me, depends on what I feel like. If I feel like a meal, McFeast Deluxe goes without saying, with a pink milkshake.
A pink milkshake?
Yeah, don't make a mistake. And put the chips in the milkshake.
Put the chips in the milkshake,
Yep.
okay.
But then if I just feel snacky...
Sorry, what?
Try it. Don't knock it before you try it.
I don't drink
That's all
milkshakes, but okay. I'll put my chips in your milkshake.
There we go.
Yeah.
But if I'm feeling a bit snacky, I'll rather then go for quarter pounder with cheese.
Okay, that's a snack.
Yeah, that's a snack,
Oh.
and that's just burger alone. I take it, I eat it before I get home and have supper. So kind of like a guilty pleasure of sorts.
He can't wait to eat anything. If it's good, he's not waiting. You'll give it to him at the next robot. He's chowing. Yeah.
Okay, who always orders the same thing?
I think between the two of us, it would be him because because I struggle with the routine. I have to have something different every single day. My life looks different every day. Like my days don't look the same at all. So, and I always want to try something new. So, definitely not me.
Yeah, I'm one for surprises. I'm not one for surprises.
Yeah.
So for me,
Consistency.
yeah, absolutely.
Who never shares food? Can I guess?
Yes.
Zuko.
Yeah, I'll also go with Zuko.
I'll also go with me.
Oh, how did you guess that?
Because he likes the same order and he eats it before the next robot. So there's no time to share.
Yeah, try getting something off his plate. How do you feel when someone's trying to get something off your plate?
You see, you are in my heart. If you want to get out of my heart, ask me for food, bro. Also, you've got your own, man. Guys.
Sharing is also caring.
No, it's fine. I'll buy you yours.
Okay.
Who are you when you're with this person that the world doesn't always see?
With Talitha, I feel like I'm softer.
Okay.
Yeah, I always like to get feedback that, hey, I'm actually quite a hard guy. In terms of, no, don't do that, do this, da-da-da. If you do this to me, then that just doesn't work. But with Talitha, I'm just, okay. Oh, that's not going to happen. Oh, we're not meeting today, tomorrow? Okay.
And I do that quite often. I don't know. I like to think like I'm myself all the time. But I think with Zuko, I think I am I overthink with him, which I don't do. I'm not an overthinker at all. And so I think just for him to be comfortable and for him to feel good, I'm always going, okay, this is his personality, so he would appreciate that and not this. And so let's say this way or let's do it this way. But I don't think anybody else who knows me would accuse me of that. Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us in this conversation. What I think you've brought for us is depth, you know, and this concept of being vulnerable and how that's the key to connecting. to end off our conversation or close off our conversation, even though I'd love to have a much longer conversation with the two of you, is, and you can answer this, right, both of you. The key to a successful thrivalry is, insert the word.
Vulnerability.
Intentionality.
Is that a word? Intentionality is a word.
Okay. Yeah, definitely intentionality, for sure.
Do you want to elaborate?
Look, man, I think the key to success in a lot of things is being intentional. Going, okay, this is where I want to be, and this is how I'm going to get there, and this is how I'm going to do it. And so you can apply that at work, you can apply that at home, you can apply that in your relationship, and obviously with our relationship as well, I've seen, what that looks like. And so I think in anything that anybody wants, intentionality is something that will get you over a few hurdles.
Vulnerability for me, from a perspective of you don't know the things that you don't know. Sometimes you've got certain things and blind spots that you may not have seen. Now, in order for us to thrive, me coming forward and saying, you know what, I actually don't know. I'm not sure. There's things that I judge myself on, but if I talk about that and I'm able to express to whoever I'm trying to thrive with, it definitely helps in terms of me getting a different perspective, me being able to grow as well, seeing other things that I may not have seen and know that I won't be judged for it. So for me, it really is a big thing when it comes to thriving or thrivalry. That's an official word right now.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. We got it.
It's an official word.
Yeah, Oxford Dictionary, here we go.
Guys, cheers to thrivalry. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I know if you're sitting at home, you're probably in tears from laughing so hard, or your heart just feels so warm because you felt the love that was in this room today. And as you know, the way we end all podcasts is with a little bit of a twist on our old ending. And today, I think I'm going to say, the only way to eat a McDonald's meal is alone. No sharing.
There we go. I love it.
See you guys in the next episode.